Hello friends, I'm Dr. Jenny from Lisa Skin Clinic. Today is the official launch of our body studio with a revolutionary technology, the Cristal Pro. And for that, we have an international guest here, Ms. Saskia from Deleo France. And she, with the expertise, was training our team. So I welcome her to this event. So she'll be sharing her knowledge with us. Welcome, Ms. Saskia.
Thank you ever so much, Dr. Jenny. It's an honor to be here in the clinic for this official launch, and it's a pleasure to have you join on the journey with Deleo and the Cristal Pro. So thank you.
And how is India treating you? Are you enjoying the stay here?
I am very, very well. It is lovely. It is my first time, and what a first time it has been. So a true pleasure for myself. Thank you.
Great to hear that. So now coming to the situation in God's own country, like it is changing as it is globally. There's a drastic change in lifestyle, then dietary habits are changing. So we have a lot of people with metabolic issues, obesity, fat deposits, and like youngsters nowadays, they have the means to attend a fitness regime. So initially they're very enthusiastic to go to the gym, and they think of a dream figure they're going to achieve. That something dramatic is going to happen, but they may get some weight loss, but what they find is resistant fat deposits, which that is their biggest dilemma. They are not going to manage like even with too much workout, it's not reducing. So that is one issue like people are facing, but they don't have much awareness about these body contouring services. So can you share your knowledge regarding how your technology is going to help the people of Kerala in this situation and help them to be more fit and healthy?
Absolutely. It's very interesting that you raised this, Dr. Jenny, because as you said, it is something that India is confronted with, but many countries, it's a global situation. As you said, amongst youngsters, more and more younger people are made to look at themselves, to worry about how they look, and to achieve the goals that they want in their silhouette and their body. This is why it's very important to be joined and in collaboration with manufacturers or brands that will able to offer to you as medical professionals the right tools and the right technologies to offer the safetiness to the patients that are expecting to get the results. So Deleo, as a French-based manufacturer, is always looking to answer problematics that are in the world today, and we have a holistic platform that will offer to you and allow you to answer your patient's needs in terms of body contouring. And Cristal Pro will help you and them reach these goals in terms of fat reduction, in terms of refining their silhouette in a non-invasive, harmless and painless way, and always making sure that safety and efficiency is the #1 priority.
It's great. So we have a lot of technology, like for over the years, like people hear about a lot of treatments like fat reduction, like this machine is there, other even in Kerala oils are promoted for that. Some like magical remedies. So how do you think this fat freezing and cryolipolysis, when you compare it with other technologies, what do you think about that?
That's a very good question. Actually, I myself, I speak a lot with international and local doctors, and the hardest part of someone who works for a manufacturing company, and any manufacturing company, is to convince and make the difference to your doctors. You as doctors have so much choice. The market is very competitive, so you must always be questioning, do I have the right technology, do I have the right technique to offer to my patients? Now, if we look back the years since cryolipolysis has been around, and competing against other techniques, other procedures, maybe lasers, heating, radiofrequency, or even more traditional therapies and cures around fat reduction. Fat reduction, cryolipolysis has always remained number one. It is the number one technology that will allow you to get the results that your patients are looking for. Freezing the fat is the best technique you can have. Of course, it may be combined with other technologies to give the best optimal results, because once you treat the fat, you will want to treat the body in its all. That is why Deleo does offer a holistic 3-in-1 platform. But you can be sure, Dr. Jenny, that cryolipolysis is the right way to go in terms of fat reduction for you and for your patients, of course.
Yeah, that's great. Because even I had done a lot of research, about cryolipolysis. It's been there for around 20 years.
Exactly.
And so many machines are there, but continuous refinement is happening. And this is a very advanced model of cryolipolysis.
Completely.
So you can say how this cryolipolysis machine, when you combine with the other machine, older technologies, how it is superior in the base of technology, results and safety.
We do, you say it very well, we do have the most advanced cryolipolysis device on the market. We like to say it's the new generation in cryolipolysis, to be completely honest. And how we make the difference is being manufacturers and being a company that is at a size that we are able to learn, improve and evolve thanks to your feedback, our practitioners' feedback. We have over the years, because we have our first cryolipolysis device was put on the market 10 years ago, and from that we have evolved, we have innovated, and how we have done that is looking at what is important in cryolipolysis, what is important in fat freezing, what gets you the best results but still being safe towards the practitioner, but towards the actual patients that will be treated with this technology. So our device, how do we make the difference? First of all, we looked at the characteristics of fat freezing. There are 3 parameters: the suction, the coolness and the time of treatment. Nowadays people are very active. They don't have so much time to spend hours in a clinic maybe sometimes doing their treatments. So we optimize that. You can treat 4 different areas at the same time with our Cristal Pro cryolipolysis device. And those treatment times have been reduced to 30 minutes. We go down to -12 degrees. So we have the device that has the most power and goes the lowest in temperature, still respecting the safetiness. Of course, number one. We have a versatile range of applicators to be able to treat the smallest areas and the largest areas of bodies, because we are aware that everyone is different and everyone needs to have an adapted treatment. Customizable treatment parameters are also available through our Cristal Pro device. And what makes a big difference for you users and you, Dr. Jenny, as you have experienced during the training yesterday, is that all this patient's information is saved into the device. So you have a fantastic patient follow-up. And the diagnostic part, which is the most important, the patient selection, has now been revolutionized, because we are the only device on the market that offers you to make a consultation diagnosis with an ultrasound probe, to actually be able to focus and identify that subcutaneous fat layer that you will be targeting with the Cristal Pro. And you will be able to show your patients the before and after measurement difference that has been calculated and has been reached thanks to the treatments with Cristal Pro.
True. And the comfort is remarkable, because when we take the feedback of the clients who had already done, they said only thing we feel is after exercise we feel a little soreness.
Exactly.
They are very comfortable and they are really surprised, because they heard so many stories about it being so painful, you'll get bruise and they'll be really scared to do it. But the picture is entirely different. Even I was scared, initially when some other doctors gave some negative feedback. But this is I say it's remarkable.
No, you're completely right. I mean, what doesn't help, but I mean this is in any industries, is the bad press and the bad buzz that can be made around some technologies or some brands themselves. Where we make the difference is that we actually look at those bad presses and understand what happened and understand how we can avoid that. So the pain is going to be down to the suction level, because you are isolating that fat bulge during an amount of time which isn't a normal procedure. It's something that the body is not used to be going under. So to make that more comfortable, we are able to adjust the suction level depending on the size of the fat bulge, but also the way that the fat bulge is isolated, and how it is isolated is through the actual applicator itself. So we've redesigned the applicators so they are soft comfort material, and they envelope the fat bulge instead of pressurizing it with the suction. So it's very, very important that we take in consideration the world's and patients' feedback from that, and we anticipate the years ahead by improving those details. Yes, we put a point of honor in doing so continuously, improving ourselves thanks to your and your users and patients' feedback.
Okay. And you have that patented cooling system also, no? Which is, this safety part is also covered in that.
Yes, the number one parameter of fat freezing to make it work is the cooling system, is the fact that you can descend in very low temperatures. And originally, and many devices on the market work with a Peltier system, which isn't maybe very well known to you listeners, but it's a system which considers of having two side plates that will cool down the treatment surface area during the whole treatment. Now, we had to think of improving that for different reasons, because we were gathering that the actual treatment area wasn't covered efficiently. So our engineers, our lovely group of engineers, focused for months and months on identifying how we could make that difference. And so we came up with a new advanced cooling system, which is called the CCDS, the Cavity Cooling Diffusing System, which consists on a cooling liquid that basically circulates in the entire cavity of the applicator, which allows to ensure a homogeneous and stable temperature descent throughout the whole duration of the treatment. And that is something that we have patented. Just to remind you, Dr. Jenny, and maybe to introduce to people, the company that I work for, Deleo, is a company that has 13 years of existence, and we have 10 different patents. So it just goes to show that it is our number one priority to have efficient technology put on the market in our practitioners' hands.
Yeah, that's great. And who do you think are the ideal candidates, like for this procedure? Like in certain cases, maybe we need to avoid. Like, can you advise regarding?
Of course. Now, patient selection is 80% of a good treatment. Why? Because if you are not treating the right person, they are not going to get the results, and then you are not creating satisfaction. So the consultation is an extreme important first part of the actual procedure. So of course, ideal patients, and this is for any cryolipolysis device, a cryolipolysis procedure, fat freezing, are for people that need to treat stubborn fat folds. So stubborn fat folds means fat that is resisting, fat that remains in some areas that even through gym, even through nutrition, even through dieting, or even after liposuction, still remains present. And in that case, you are going to be able to tackle those fat deposits with a cryolipolysis device. This is why patients that are obese, you will not get the expected results. And in this case, it is always best to advise them to go to surgery and come back to you after. Maybe you will be able to complement them with an additional fat freezing device.
Okay. And regarding the safety, in Kerala, especially, people are like too much concerned about the long-term safety, like side effects. That the question which I had to answer, every time.
Yeah, of course.
So you can mention what are the things they should expect. Is there any complications, or what is the safety parameters?
Now once again, that's also a point to rise. There are many side effects that can occur from a fat freezing device, because you are putting the body under a treatment that the body isn't used to having, especially here in Kerala, where the temperatures are very hot. It's a very hot and humid region. region, having an applicator cool that body area down to -12 degrees is not an everyday thing. But side effects that are to be expected and completely normal are bruising, some redness, numbness in the area because of obviously the tingling feel when it's frozen. That is completely normal. Those are the sort of effects that will go away after 1 day or 2 days, sometimes 3, no problem at all. What is very important is to make your patients aware that that can happen so they do not get surprised. During the treatment, they will feel some tingliness as well and discomfort maybe because they're not used to having this procedure. After, those are the side effects. Now, it's good you say, because there is a very rare side effect, but it is important to talk about it because people do more and more hear about the bad press around paradoxal hyperplasia, which is the reverse effect of actual cryolipolysis. So instead of destroying the fat cells and eliminating them, they multiply. What is important about that is to know that it's not something we can predict. So no brand today on the market can say our device will not let this happen. It is very, very rare but unpredictable. Now what we can do and what we have done as manufacturers is we have identified what parameters may increase or may have an effect on the actual hyperplasia. Now it's due to suction and pressure on the actual area. And so from that is why safety being number one, again, I do remind it and I do insist a lot, but it is. We have designed the device in a way through the applicator's design, through the suction adjustable design, so that we reduce the effect being possible with our device. So it is something that can happen. The way of getting rid of this rare side effect, there is no other way than having surgery. There is no point on retreating that area. It is not possible. But the percentage we have calculated over the years of experience we have is 0.00056%. So as you are aware, Dr. Jenny, it is very, very rare.
Yeah. And it has, till now it hasn't been reported with this Cristal Pro.
No, absolutely not.
That is something great.
Yeah.
Okay. Then like regarding the long-term maintenance, you know, you can just advise them like how this technology we can use along with a lifestyle modification or some, you know, fitness regime.
Of course.
Will it help them to, you know, maintain the results long term, because the fat is not deposited there, but they need to have an active lifestyle.
Yeah.
So what is the importance of that combining?
The importance of that, Dr. Jenny, is cryolipolysis will work. It will have an effect on the area that you are treating. It's scientific, it's clinical. So in the area that we are treated, you will get rid of the fat cells, you will destroy them, and they will be eliminated. So you have to work with the procedure, which means post-treatment follow-up is very important. Having a healthy lifestyle, eating correctly. Okay, if you're not someone that goes to the gym every week, it's not going to be tomorrow that you suddenly will go to the gym. But if you remain active, I think the results that you see with this device encourages people to actually go for a better lifestyle and a healthy lifestyle, because they will want to get even better. It's a kickstart for you to help you see what you can achieve with a little help from an aesthetic procedure. So I think advising on a nutritional side, accompanying through sports activity advice can obviously maintain fantastic results and improve them more and more. What's fantastic about a cryolipolysis Cristal Pro treatment is that in average 2 treatments on the same area are enough, but for some people you may need to have a maintenance treatment in a few years' time. That's completely possible, but yeah, once again, healthy lifestyle, being active activities, and yeah, once the results are there, you'll want to keep the results.
So that's what we are aiming here, like in a the concept of body studio. It's great motivation to people, because many of them don't want to work out because they feel their face will get sunken, or I won't lose fat. They have all these negative thoughts. But once they start, they are looking better. They feel more confident. They feel that now I can go to the gym or do some workout. It will make me much more healthier. And here what we are doing, we have the best technology, and along with that we are having a team like aesthetic dermatologists, the nutritionists, then we'll have fitness experts, endocrinologists, because basically this fat, it's not about one thing, it's about your hormones, your stress level. So many things are affecting it, so each person is different. So what we do here is we created tailor-made plan for each person, so they don't have to worry what kind of exercise they should do, what they should eat after that. Everything will be given to them. It will be handed out. We have an expert nutritionist, so you don't have to worry about anything like that, because depending upon your hormonal status only, we will suggest you what workout is the best for you, how many times you should do. So everything will be covered. So that is the plan we have.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well done, Dr. Jenny, because I mean, you guys are very lucky to have Dr. Jenny offering everything on the plate to you, and you're completely right. It's lots of factors are part of a well-being, positive minds helping. If you feel good in yourself and you look good in yourself, it helps you a lot in many other domains as well. So for you to offer a complete treatment plan with the other actors, nutrition, sports, and continuously, I mean, your patients will be coming to the right place. So well done for that, Dr. Jenny.
Thank you very much. And we are very lucky to have you here. Actually,
thank you.
You came here for this launch. That is something great, and your training session was absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much.
Thank you very much, and see you soon again.
Yes, it's a pleasure. Thank you, Dr. Jenny.